Okay, the time is now 6:30. We are in session. Notice is hereby given that a special meeting of the City Council of the City of Sandy Oaks, Texas will be held on Thursday, July 3rd, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. at City Hall, 22870 Priest Road, Sandy Oaks, Texas, where a quorum of the City Council will be present. All agenda items are subject to action. You could join the meeting with the Zoom link provided in the agenda. The public will be permitted to offer public comments in person, telephonically, or by audio as provided by the agenda as permitted by the presiding officer during the meeting by signing up with the city secretary at least 15 minutes in advance of the meeting if providing comments in person, and at least 2 hours in advance of the meeting by emailing the city secretary or by calling 210-607-0834 if speaking telephonically or by audio. An audio recording of the meeting will be made and will be available to the public in accordance with the Texas Public Information Act upon written request. Madam Secretary, may I have a call to order and a quorum call, please?
Yeah, sorry. Alderwoman J.P. Walker.
Here.
C.J. Walker.
Here.
Alderman Dillinger.
Here.
Alderman Rapino.
Here.
City attorney is Zoom and police secretary is available. We have a form.
Okay, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Citizens to be heard, persons wishing to speak may sign up with the city secretary in the time and manner as indicated as above. At this time, we do not have anybody signed up to speak. Mayor and administrator announcements. Just want to say thank you for those that were able to attend on a short notice. And I look forward to y'all. I hope you look forward to your 4th of July weekend. Please visit the park. They're having an event tomorrow from 11 to 2 o'clock. So by all means, please try to stop by and hang out with those folks. Okay, moving right along to agenda item 5A, discussing a possible action on opening a new banking relationship. The reason why I called this meeting is because we have a P card program and it was abruptly closed with no explanation. And we've reached out to our corporate banker, Steve Johnson. We've reached out to customer service, and nobody is able to provide a definitive answer as to why. There's some speculation because the P card program is set up with a personal guarantor, and the personal guarantor was our former court clerk, Catherine Yelton. So the speculation is that they won't tell us any information because it's a part of the probate of her estate. I don't know if that's the truth, but that seems the most logical. It's possible that if we work with the probate court or work with the executor of the state, we may be able to find a reason why, but it really doesn't matter at this point. They close it abruptly, and I think this is enough motivation to move forward with a new banking relationship.
Was there a balance on that card and did she pay it off? I mean, what's it?
There was a $15,000 balance, but I paid it off and that's when they closed it.
Oh,
Yes, it's a revolving.
Yeah.
so they were waiting for you to close it off, so
Yeah.
to pay it off so they could close it.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
do we have any other accounts with that bank?
We have our normal checking account, we have our TDA, and we have our ARPA account.
Everything's at that bank,
Everything is that bank.
but we
And,
don't have a credit card.
and they
No longer
also, they also, they're the ones that, act as a guarantor for our funds.
Right.
Yeah.
So what can we just open another credit card account?
It is an option. It is an option, although I think my opinion is if we're not able to get information as to why things are happening, even with a personal banker assigned to us or a commercial banker assigned to us, my opinion is that they don't deserve our business.
So.
But if it's part of probate, maybe that's why they can't tell you.
Sure, but
I don't
If,
know how.
if I may address,
Not personal account.
right, yes, sir.
if I may address, while I was interim mayor, our personal banker was never responsive, always slow, never responsive. Uh, when we went to open the PGA account, it was just weeks of arguing.
Why are we still with?
Well, because I was gonna be mayor for 9 months, and why would I, I can live with almost anything. I've been married 50 years in my life. I can take it. But they weren't friendly to myself. They were not friendly to Catherine, who had worked with them basically since we opened the account.
Right.
And when we opened the account, we were talking about tens of thousands
Right.
of dollars. Now we're talking about well over $1 million a year of turnover.
Right.
So, I'm just saying, we've had issues with the bank before, and we may want to look at developing a relationship somewhere else.
With that amount of investment with them and their lack of responsiveness, then maybe we should take everything and take it somewhere else.
We have to put it out for bids if I'm right, am I not?
Yeah,
We have
so.
to Put 3 bids out or put it out and.
Yeah, so me and Cassandra talked a little bit about that. Cassandra, and obviously you can chime in for it, but from my understanding, because it is a specialized service, that she doesn't feel there is as much risk if we don't take it out for bid. However, an RFP typically would be set up. The only issue that we're running into is we're not able to pay anything at this time. So we're kind of at our knees. And in either,
But we can still get a credit card and start paying stuff, and in the meantime, do the RFP.
Yeah.
And take our business elsewhere as soon as we get that.
right.
How is it we can't pay things
Well, we're paying by check right now.
or electronic fund transfer?
If
Can't
if
do
they offer
EFTs?
that, yeah, if they offer that. But like, the Sam's or the Amazon, well, maybe not Amazon, but like the Sam's, the day-to-day stuff is a little difficult right now without a
Wait.
P card program.
Like
So
buying gasoline.
Yeah. Well, we
But-
use QT, so
I'm saying a lot of these cards aren't tied directly to the bank. The gas card's tied to QT,
Right.
Amazon's tied to UT.
Well, so-
what other cards we have.
So we purchased nothing, well, originally we purchased nothing almost out of the bank account to keep the account secure. Everything rolls to the credit card and then we make a credit card payment. Right, so that way bank account doesn't ever get compromised and so on.
Well, at this point, I would suggest we just open another credit card account to keep things going so we can keep paying bills, and just put another, a grantor you have to put on there,
The guarantor,
a guarantor,
who's gonna be the guarantor?
Why not the mayor?
the mayor. I mean, what is the issue? I mean, or this.
I mean, I have to put up my social security number, my income information to guarantee for the city. I
You
mean,
can't do the city as a guarantor, has to be an individual.
for Chase, they do not. For Frost Bank, just because I've been talking to them, they do not require a personal guarantor. The city's financial status will do it.
Well, and again, the history, that was a wise banking decision when we opened that account.
Correct.
Because literally we were paying things on the sales tax receipts that we received.
Mhm.
So Yeah, at this point, no, we should not have to have a personal guarantor.
I mean, I don't mind doing it, but I just don't want to have this issue going on where
Well-
I leave and I'm still a guarantor on an account.
If, and
But if we do the RFP and get an account that
Yes.
doesn't require an
Right.
individual.
Well, but to David's point, right, reopen up another bank, another credit card
Just- And,
program.
and you
Temporarily.
don't have to explain to them, it's
Yeah.
temporary or whatever, let's just open up, they'll give you a number right at that time, maybe I hand you the physical card, but they'll give you, open an account. And at least we can keep going and paying bills, if that's the way the process is set up, that everything goes and is paid with the credit card.
Yeah.
Then,
And there's no reason you should have to be the guarantor.
No, I mean, again, I can do it. There's no
if we
problem.
go with, if we go with,
well, if I can address that, quite honestly, sir. It would be better to have a city employee. An appointed official. Because. You know, every November, some of us are gonna roll on
Somebody's gone.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or be displaced by someone else. Whereas. If we're having a good decade. Our appointed officials they'll roll on for years.
Yeah.
So
But
the only bank that we can use at this time without doing an RFP requires an individual guarantor.
And which, I mean, if the plan is to take it to RFP, then
How long does that process take?
it could take, I don't know.
I
I don't
a
know.
month or two,
Yeah.
6 weeks. I mean, we
Yeah,
gotta post it, first we have to pass it,
6 to 8 weeks.
then we gotta
would be
post it. We gotta get
what
the.
I-
Can we
so,
pay by check and EFT and online?
that's what we're doing right now.
Until we get the RFP, rather than open an account with a guarantor,
If we
of
can-
an
if we
individual
can manage-
guarantor.
If we can manage to keep trucking along doing that, writing checks and doing EFTs,
Yeah.
then let's open it up for doing
Well, What are
RFP.
the alternatives? And I mean, as far as banks go, we do need, are we gonna stay with Chase? And,
I say we do an RFP, and one of the things we consider on the RFP is
Right,
not
that's what I
requiring an
think too.
individual. Cause we've got enough revenue, we should be able to stand on our own as a city and not make a person put their name. on it.
Right, so in talking to Mr. Long from Frost, all he required was to review our audited financials, and he said, that's your guarantee right there. All right, the last 2 years of audited financials are sufficient. I'm hoping most banks are like that, I don't know, but I know they are.
Well, and
Jesus.
that may have been an issue because when we dealt.
Right, we didn't have that.
But
We
Chase
did
still
that
won't do
2
that, they
years
still
ago.
require the individual,
So-
so that wasn't
so
a
my-
problem with Chase.
So what about this solution? Let's take it to RFP for the time being, but I can be the guarantor for the next 6 months on a new credit card program with Chase. So that way we can get the pressure off of Delma to write a check every single time we need to pay something. Because we're exposing, even if we stay with them, we're exposing our bank account information. I mean, I don't know how y'all do it, but as far as personally, but you'd never want to have your bank account floating around out there
Well, if,
or a debit card.
now, you
If you think we can get the RFP done and addressed within 6 months,
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
then that's reasonable because.
A couple of months.
Or because we already have a relationship with Frost, we could go that way, right? Our bond is with them, so it's not
We
like,
don't need an RFP to go to Frost.
I don't think so. Cassandra, can you jump in on that?
Yeah, looking at the statute, it would be, it states you have to request applications, so that is similar to an RFP process, and people need, or banks need at least 21 days to respond. So 21 days is the minimum
Okay,
for giving notice.
even though we already have an existing relationship with them?
I think so. If you're gonna, although they do the bonds and they handle the bonds, if it's going to be completely switching bank accounts and depositing funds in that bank, then you probably should give them notice as well as other banks.
Okay,
All we're doing is opening a credit card with them at this time, and then we go out and do RFPs to determine if we're going to leave Chase for everything else. Can we do that, Cassandra? Just do a
Yes,
credit card?
I think it can just be the credit card, but it's the depositing and receiving of funds that would change that RFP process, or we'd have to receive applications.
So partial dilemma to that. Frost Bank will let you open a credit card, but the requirement is that you have a bank account, right? So, yeah. So again, I think the shortest term solution is to go back to Chase and open up a P card, right? A purchase card.
If there are amenable to that, let's do that. But I still think we should.
Yeah.
At this point, I think we should go through the RFP process and talk to some other banks.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to bring that back to council till the first meeting in August based on
Well,
the
we
21-day timeline.
We could,
So the
we
Broadway
can vote
Bridge-
on it next meeting.
Yeah.
And publish it at the next meeting.
No, we can do that now because
Yeah.
that's part of the discussion. I'm saying we're not gonna have the RFPs back because
Yeah.
Cassandra
Oh,
just
yeah.
said that
For at
it's
least another month.
21 days.
Right.
So based on 21 days, if we were to get it out on Monday, it's not gonna be in time for the last meeting this month. It would have to be the first meeting in August. That we can review the RFPs and make a decision.
Yeah.
But we can vote, because we're talking about starting a new banking relationship, that's the agenda item. So starting a new banking relationship requires an RFP.
So do we need Sandra to prepare the RFP?
Yes, yeah, because I don't know what to
And that's
do.
gonna take a few days.
Right, then I move
Won't
that
be
we
Monday
authorize Cassandra to prepare an RFP
For new banking service.
for our banking future for the city.
I'll second. And we've done this before.
Okay, so the motion by the Mayor Pro Tem and Alderman Rapino is to authorize our city attorney to prepare an RFP for requesting a new banking relationship. That sounds good.
Yeah, and then for you to release it as well, not to bring, no need to bring it back to council, for her to write it and then
Oh, okay,
release it with your approval.
okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't specify.
No, you're fine. That's like. Please.
That way we're not waiting.
Right. All right, so the motion is by the Mayor Pro Tem and a second by Alderman Rapino to authorize the city attorney to draft an RFP, and upon its completion, the mayor is able to distribute the RFP for sealed bids for a new banking relationship.
Perfect.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed? All right, that.
I move to allow the mayor to apply for another credit card for the city with Chase Bank. With yourself as the guarantor, for us to reevaluate that credit card in 6 months.
Okay, do I have a
I'll
second?
second.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Move to authorize.
move to authorize the mayor. Thank you.
All right, the motion by the Mayor Pro Tem and a second by Alderman Rapino is to authorize the mayor to be the guarantor for a new credit card program with our existing bank and to be reviewed in 6 months. Any discussion?
No.
And yeah, Alderman Rapino, have you a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Alright,
All those opposed? Okay. 6:49.
Move
Oh,
to,
it's for clarification, the deadline on the RFP, is that just 21 days and then presented at the following meeting after the expiration of 21 days?
Yes. If
Okay.
that's the minimum, then let's go with that.
Or the minimum?
Right? You said 21 days is about the minimum?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then time is now 6:50. Alderman Billinger made a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned.
Right, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
have a quick